Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something that's so crucial when it comes to managing your finances, and that is understanding the difference between your statement closing date and your payment due date. It's a small detail that can have a big impact on your credit score and your financial well-being. So make sure if you do not understand the difference between these two dates that you stick around and listen to the video. Grab your statement, grab you a highlighter, and I want you to highlight your due date and your statement date. So when it comes to managing your credit card, understanding the difference between your due date and your closing date is key to maintaining a healthy credit score. Your due date is the date that your payment is due, and it is so important to pay your balance by this date to avoid any interest. To avoid paying interest, always try to pay your balance in full by the due date or at least pay down as much as you can. On the other hand, the closing date marks the end of your billing cycle. This is when your credit card issuer will report your balance to the credit bureaus. If you want to ensure your credit utilization stays low and positively impact your credit score, try to keep your balance below 10% of your total credit limit before your closing date. By paying attention to both of these dates, paying off your balance on the due date and maintaining a low utilization by your closing date, you can stay on top of your credit card management and avoid unnecessary interest while boosting your credit score. So if you have your statement, as I told you guys, highlight your due date and your statement date. In this case, the due date is April 20th, and then the statement date for this credit card is going to always be on the 22nd. So say we have a credit card with $1,000 limit with Capital One. We need to make sure that we're reporting 10% or under utilization on our statement date. So on our due date, we're going to pay our balance off in full. So on April 20th, we have a credit card with Capital One with $1,000 limit. Whatever I use for that month, I'm going to pay that balance down to zero. Now, some people be like, well, what if I don't have that much to pay off? There's no reason that if you don't have in your bank account what you're spending on your credit card, there's no way you should be using that. Whatever you are using on your credit card, you should have that in your bank account to pay off your credit card each and every month. If you do not have that, you need to cut them cards up and put it away. So again, on the 20th is my due date. I'm going to make sure whatever I use for that month, I'm paying it off. I'm zeroing it out the credit card because I do not want any interest. The day after my due date, which is the 21st, I'm going to go make a small purchase for anything 10% or under whatever my credit card limit is. And remember, I said my limit is $1,000. 10% or under of $1,000 is $100. So technically I can go make a purchase for $100 or under, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to report a very small balance. So I'm going to make a charge of like $20. I'm going to let that $20 sit until after my statement closing date. So my closing date again is the 22nd of the month. I'm not going to start using my card again until the 23rd. Why? Because on my statement closing date, this is the date that my creditor is going to go and report back to the credit bureau whatever balance I'm reporting on that date. And that's what a lot of people do not understand. And that's something that is so important, and it's calculate a big percentage of our overall credit score. You need to understand the difference between these two dates. You need to make sure that you're paying your credit card down on your statement date. You're reporting a low balance on your statement date so you can see the full points in your utilization category, okay? I hope I explained this the best way I can. If you guys need a little bit more coaching in this area, if you guys want me to look at your particular situation, book a call with me. Just have your due date and your statement dates, and I'll give you guys what you need to do in your own personal situation. I didn't have calls with individuals that do not understand these two dates. After breaking it down to them, their credit score increased over 100 points. A lot of times people do not need credit repair. You just need to pay your debt down. That's all. And if you have like a maxed out credit card, you can work on going from 80% to the next month, going to 70% to 60, and keep going and going until you eventually get it in that 10% or under mark. Also, another tip, if you're going to make a big purchase, so a home or a car, 3 months prior to making that big purchase, make sure that you report 1 to 3% utilization on your statement date. Also, if you want a credit card limit increase, if you a person that keep having your credit cards maxed out, work on paying that credit card down, as I stated. 3 months prior to you asking for an increase, make sure on your statement date that you're reporting 1 to 3% utilization, and then go ask for a credit card limit increase. Nobody is going to give you an increase if they see you keep maxing out your credit card, you're not paying them back. They want to see that you're responsible. They want to see that you can pay back whatever it is that the bank give you. If you cannot show that you're responsible, they will not give you more, okay? So I hope this video helped in regards to understanding these two dates. A lot of calls that I have, individuals, they're unaware of it, and I definitely get it. I definitely understand. And we was not taught this in school. So I'm just trying to put it out there so you guys can learn the difference between these two dates. So now that you know the difference between your statement closing date and your due date, it's time that you take control of your bills and avoid those unnecessary late fees and also interest fees. Understanding this huge concept can make a huge difference in your financial journey. If you found this video helpful, please do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.